The New York Mets were quick to improve their roster this offseason, most notably adding one of the best starting pitchers in baseball, Max Scherzer, to their starting rotation. But even with the addition of Max Scherzer, the Mets still have a number of questions when it comes to their starting pitching. And with Jacob deGrom's injury status up in the air, the departure of Marcus Stroman in free agency, and the poor showing from Carlos Carrasco, the Mets will be in the market to improve their rotation heading into 2022. Today, I'm going to give you 3 starting pitching trade options that the New York Mets should target to improve their rotation in 2022. I'm Tony Metro. If you're a Mets fan or just enjoy Major League Baseball content, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn on channel notifications so you know when I post a new video, like the one I just posted this week, where I tell you everything you need to know about Japanese phenom Seiya Suzuki and who I believe he will sign with this offseason. So the first trade target that the New York Mets should look at this offseason is Cincinnati Reds starting pitcher Tyler Mahle. Mahle is 27 years old and just completed his 4th full season in the big leagues. He was drafted in the 7th round in 2013 by the Reds and made his major league debut in 2017. But 2018 was his first season and he struggled, pitching in 23 games, 112 innings. He had an ERA just below 5. The same was the case in 2019. Mahle's ERA rose above 5, though his FIP of 4.66 suggested that he may be the victim of pitching at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. But in 2020, Mahle turned his entire career around. Mahle pitched to a 1.37 ERA plus, throwing 47 innings over 9 starts. He had the highest strikeout rate of his career that season at 11.3 and an ERA of 3.59. And for anyone that thought 2020 was an aberration for him, Mahle came back in 2021 and was stronger than ever. This season, Mahle made 33 starts, pitching in 180 innings, his ERA at 3.75 and his ERA plus of 1.27. In addition, his strikeout rate was comparable to 2020, and he even improved on his walk rate, lowering it to 3.2. Mahle is under team control for 2 more years, and with the Reds on the verge of a fire sale, they're going to be getting a ton of calls about Luis Castillo and Sonny Gray, but I believe the New York Mets should be targeting Mahle. Number 1, both Castillo and Gray are going to cost a ton in terms of prospects. And the Mets front office has made it known that it's not their preference to trade away from their budding farm system this offseason. Working within those means, Mahle is a much more realistic option than the other 2 starting pitchers from the Reds. Additionally, Mahle's metrics tell me there's more good things ahead as he's improved season over season in nearly every category. So while he may not be the big name splash that a lot of Mets fans want, Mahle to the Mets makes a ton of sense to me. The second starting pitcher the Mets should target this offseason to improve their rotation is left-hander from the Oakland Athletics, Sean Manaea. With the A's making it clear that they're once again looking to ship off some of their veterans and ramp up with prospects, Sean Manaea has been linked to numerous contenders looking for starting rotation help. Manaea, a former first-round draft pick by the Royals, was moved in a trade with Oakland that brought World Series hero Ben Zobrist to Kansas City. I don't want to talk about it. In his rookie season, Manaea made 24 starts and pitched to a 3.86 ERA. Over the next 4 years, Manaea was up and down, including missing most of the 2019 season after he required shoulder surgery. During those 4 years, he made 72 starts and had a 3.84 ERA and a 1.09 ERA plus. But in 2021, his first full season since 2018, Manaea made 32 starts and pitched to a 3.81 ERA. He pitched a career-high 179 innings to a 1.04 ERA plus, his best mark since 2018 and right on pace with his career average. But looking at his metrics, Manaea really doesn't impress too much there. Manaea is not even in the top 50th percentile in any category other than his whiff percentage and his K percentage. He does have an excellent walk percentage, but that's all there really is to speak of. However, what I most like about Manaea as a fit for the Mets is the fact that he's left-handed. With David Peterson and Joey Lucchesi spending most of last season on the injured list, the Mets don't have any left-handed pitchers in their rotation or on the depth chart at this point. Having a guy like Manaea gives the Mets a bona fide 1 through 5 starting rotation that features a lefty, still gives them the option to use Tyler McGill or one of the aforementioned lefties when they return from their injuries. As for his contract, Manaea is a free agent after 2022. However, because of the $10 million due to him and the Athletics' cost-cutting ways, the Mets may be able to get a deal done at a minimal cost of their prospects. He may not be as good or have as much time left on his contract as teammate Frankie Montas, but Mania can come cheap and provide stability in the middle of the Mets rotation for 2022. And the third target for the New York Mets to improve their starting rotation, we're going to stay out in Oakland, and it's not Montas. It is instead teammate Chris Bassitt. I know a lot of you are dreaming about Frankie Montas, but let me tell you a little bit about Chris Bassitt. Bassitt was drafted in the 16th round of the 2011 draft by the Chicago White Sox. He made his debut for them in 2014, but was traded the very next season along with Marcus Semien for Jeff Samardzija. Bassitt has pitched in Oakland ever since and has quietly been under the radar. Since 2018, Bassitt has pitched 412 innings with a 3.23 ERA. 2019 was his first full season, and he made 25 starts, pitching 144 innings to a 3.81 ERA and a 1.13 ERA+. But Bassitt was sensational in 2020. He pitched to a 2.29 ERA, a 1.83 ERA+, and finished 8th in American League Cy Young voting. And in 2021, Bassitt made 27 starts, pitched a career-high 157 innings, and had a 3.15 ERA. His FIP, 3.34, demonstrating his ERA, was very accurate to his actual performance on the mound. He was named an All-Star for the first time, and again received Cy Young votes, this time placing 10th. Looking at his metrics though, just like his teammate Sean Manaea, he doesn't exactly blow you away. But take notice of his hard hit percentage in the 88th percentile, his walk percentage 81st, and a few others in the high 70s as well. So that's the good on Chris Bassitt. Here's what I don't love so much. Bassitt, like I mentioned, pitched a career-high 157 innings in 2021. But the fact that he debuted in 2014 and has never sniffed 200 innings as a starting pitcher is very concerning to me. Bassitt's also 32 and a free agent after the season, so this is a short-term move. The one benefit, he will come cheaper than Manaea or Montas. The downside, he's probably not as good as either of his Oakland Athletic teammates, and he won't be under team control as long as they will be. And those are the three trade options for the New York Mets to improve their starting rotation in 2022. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section below, who do you think of these three players the Mets should target to improve their rotation? Also, do you prefer a short-term option like Sean Manaea or Chris Bassitt, or a more long-term option like Tyler Mahle? And guys, stay tuned for my upcoming video where I will predict where some of the top remaining free agents in baseball will sign this offseason.